This is a statement that she's standing in solidarity with her husband as they weather the storm.
Absolutely. It's like a very clear signal that she's supporting her man, standing by him during these allegations. The allegations are a little tricky because while they're super serious, a lot of them predated her marriage to him. Like, I think they got married in 2004, and a lot of the allegations were from the 80s all the way up until, I think, 2000 was the most recent allegation. So, you know, obviously not condoning or defending Les Moonves in any way, but I think that for Julie, nothing's changed for her in her marriage, right? Like, everything that happened with
what she's
before.
telling us so far, I think it's certainly interesting. This one, as you said, is tricky. It's interesting because we have a journalist who has been on the national front for years, and she has been trusted for years. So if she's telling us this, that she still is with her husband for a good reason, then I want to trust it. Also, don't want to diminish what the allegations are, but we have to be clear, they're allegations. Right now, it's he said, she said, until we have any more proof. And so this one is tricky because I want to give credit to people who are claiming to be victims at the same time. They're only allegations right now.
Absolutely. And how do you have proof from an allegation of he tried to kiss me forcibly in 1997?
That's tough.
Like, it's hard to find any proof, and a trial by Twitter when you're basically debating whether or not to kick out a CEO of a billion-dollar company is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and I guess my take would be, look, she absolutely should have returned back to work. She did nothing wrong.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it should have been a question. I think if she so chooses to return to the talk, that's her prerogative. She's not. There's no jury that's out there weighing in on her. I guess my thing would be, did she have to make a statement like this? She's never been Julie Chen Moonves before. More power to her. Look, for better or for worse in marriage, and this is obviously a for worse situation right here, and she's taking the leap of faith that her husband is not the monster with all these allegations that have come out there. So she's doing this. If I were a friend of hers, if I were an agent, I mean, look, you can't tell a grown person, man or woman, what to do, right? But if I could have lent an ear, I would have said, just do what you normally do. Julie Chen signing off for
I like that
Big
advice.
Brother.
I agree with that, actually.
There's no statement you have to make in that moment. That's the
Yeah.
beauty of Big Brother and being the host.
It's your spouse. Like, if you're going, like, you have to step up and support your spouse if you think that they're in the right.
But
Big Brother,
she already did that. On the talk.
On the talk.
Yeah.
The
so
first
like,
go-round.
And
The
she
first
was like,
time these
this is the only
surfaced.
time I'll ever address this. And it's like, okay, let that be the only time then.
Look, it was very crafty. It was very tactful. It was a way of making a statement without truly making a statement. Because here we are trying to decipher what she means by this. But it's clear.
Yeah.
She is a Moonves. She is hand in hand with Les moving forward and how they face all this stuff. I just personally think it would have made total sense to say, Julie Chen, we'll see you back here next week for Big Brother.
You know, she knows him better than anybody, arguably. So
Does she, though?
you would think that your spouse knows you better
hope.
than anybody.
Course.
And obviously, I don't speak with any insight into their marriage. I have no idea how close they are, separate beds. Who knows? But I think that as a spouse, you should stand up for your partner.
Of course.
And she did it in a classy way. It's not like she made a big deal about it, but she made a strong statement. Challenge. I have 29 years of anecdotal evidence to say, even if you don't make your bed, you do I. Okay? What's up? Hi, morning, Mom.
Are you surprised by this one?
I am surprised by this. Like, what scientific evidence are they getting from this?
They're saying Messi doesn't win.
Really? I don't know.
By the time you see my bed and can see if it's made or unmade, it's too late. I got you.
So for me, it's just unrealistic because we're two people getting out of the bed at two different times because he works late evenings and I work early mornings. So half the time we may or may not even see each other.
Okay.
I would say that is what can hurt sex.
So basically the baseline statement here is if you have a super clean bed, you're having a lot of sex. So I want to show you guys a picture of what my bedroom looks like.
Okay.
There's my bed.
That's a really
And I'm just going to say, that thing right there, look, it's been the bane of my existence because as you see there, my lovely fiancée, Shay, has a tray with a flower with some sort
so
of
funny.
rug of some sorts on top of it, 85 pillows.
so
That thing is
funny.
pristine. So, hey, I'm just saying, the proof is in the pudding right there,
That
guys.
is so funny.
I wish I had brought a photo of my bed, but it's the exact opposite of that. Like, there's one duvet and it's kind of crumpled in the corner. There's like a water bottle in the bed because I go to sleep with it, hungover a lot. at Drunk Zach is always thinking ahead. And yeah, there's like a string cheese wrapper there that you kind of wake up with stuck to your face.
Oh,
and
great.
Yeah.
So Felicia's been
Box of pizza.
Felicia's been in my house. Producer Chris Jackson was actually the one who took that picture. He was over hanging out earlier this week.
Why do you have all these people in your bedroom?
Because I like to show them that thing because it is absurd. I don't believe in making the bed every day.
That's a pretty
But
fancy
putting on
bed.
a tray every day
But
on
you
your
have
bed.
to-
Wait, with the throw.
Yeah,
and
she has
then
to
all
layer.
your pillow and your pillow shams, like it's a lot.
So here's the
You're
thing,
at a hotel.
because I have a son, I think you have to make the bed because you want them to do as they see you do. So for that reason, I want my son making his bed every day. So that's why we do it. But she is such a crazy clean freak, neat freak with
She's
all
a
that stuff.
type
So
A.
we made a rule. I'm not touching that bed. As long as there's that tray with the flour and all that, I'm not doing
You
it.
sleep on the half that doesn't have the tray and the rug on it.
But okay, she's doing the work. Do you come home though, and you're like, man, this is a nice looking bed.
It is a nice looking bed. And
You know, it's nice to come home to a made house. I would say it relieves stress, and it's just nice to come home to. I don't know
And
if it leads to more sex.
maybe that
but-
takes taking us back to the question here. Maybe that's why it leads to more sex. When you see something like that, it's more inviting of an environment for
Maybe
you.
I could
for
see
you
that.
to roll
I could
around
see
in.
that. Oh my God!
It's the world we're living in. It's the
Accurate.
world we're living in.
Super
My
accurate.
goodness, really?
If I do not hear back within 5 minutes, I assume you died.
Oh!
So you're
I'm
one of those
a bad
people.
Texter, then.
Here's the one that I hate.
I know I'm a bad
You send the
texter.
text, you give it about 3-4 minutes, and then you send a question mark. Don't send me a question mark in a window that is that tight of a window. You're that person.
You're being real specific to something I did to you like last week.
I don't get that. Like clearly, I'm going to respond when I can respond. I don't understand.
For me, if it's something urgent, like I like people to press me. Like if this is a big deal or big situation or you need immediate response, press me, call me, text me, voicemail, like send a smoke signal. Otherwise, it goes down on my list of
Exactly.
priorities. Like,
Texting is not a priority.
I get so many texts. Like I'm not stopping my life every moment I get a text. I'm not when I'm driving.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to stop my life.
And somebody said
I'll
today.
get to it when I get to
somebody
it.
said today, it's 2018. If you send that text and they don't respond in 20 minutes, that's the equivalent of me saying, "Hey Zach, how's your morning?"
And then
to
I
your
just walk
face,
away.
and you walking away.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the world we're living in now.
I will
Oh my
absolutely be the guy
gosh.
who sends you like 4 text messages of like exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, like growing. And then you'll be like, what? And I'm like, hi. Just like wave emoji. Just need some attention. But the worst is if you send a text and then you see the 3 dots and then they disappear.
Okay, I have
yeah,
my
the
phone
bubbles.
from
The
yesterday.
bubbles does expose you.
And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
You're popular,
16.
we get it.
No, I'm saying those are 16 conversations I had yesterday on my phone.
But it's
I
true.
cannot reply every single time someone has a text. Like I'm talking to 16 different people just yesterday.
Back
It's
up.
I don't
stressful.
even like 16 people on the world.
I didn't say I had to like them. I'm just saying I had a conversation with them.
So what we could all agree that
It's
20
too
minutes.
stressful.
It's
you
come on,
get a
Zach.
response
Just be
when you get a
patient.
response.
Just respond to me at all times as directed. Thank you so
There
much.
you go.